So this workout today, what we have is 200-meter run, 15-meter sled push, as heavy as I could possibly go, 200-meter run, then 25-meter walking lunges. Then we have a second 15-minute AMRAP. It is 75 cal buy-in on the Echo bike. Then we are going to do 250-meter ski, 3 deadlifts at 305, and 200-meter run. All right, we're gonna get things set up, we're gonna get warmed up, and we're gonna get into it. So I got these big old 100-pound plates that are super scary. I put 2.5s there just to not kill myself, smash my fingers. So I gotta separate the 2 of those. Having the 100s has been great to just load up some weight, not needing more and more plates. I would recommend it. Very expensive. So actually a buddy of mine gave them to me. He just happened to have them. But man, these things freaking scary as can be. So I'm gonna load up this weight.
Mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
So because we have a heavy deadlift in the second portion of the workout, I'm gonna stack the rubber plates on top so I can get those off quickly and try to keep the rest at 2 minutes between the 2 workouts. So rubber plates on top, probably add some kettlebells, and we'll probably need to maybe even add the sandbag. So this sled is an old school Hyrox sled. It was given to me by a Hyrox employee. They just had it, they didn't need it. So I said, I will take it. Thank you. So the quality's pretty good. I mean, it gets about as close as you can to the actual sled itself, but now they've changed it. Still works. This carpet, okay. A lot of questions about the carpet. This is from Home Depot. It is not the cheapest option. It's I think it's 89 cents per foot, however they do it. I don't know, whatever, that's how you find out. So I bought, comes in 6 foot lengths. I bought about 50 feet of it and cut it in half long ways. So now I have 2 of them, and it's held up really well. The cheaper one would definitely have holes punched through. I think total is about just under 300 bucks. So, you know, it's a little bit of investment, but I was buying the cheaper ones and they were just like, there would just be holes in them all the time. And I would just get super frustrated. Thought about getting some turf over here, but talk about an investment. That's just like not quite there yet. Also, I got a big lip here in my freaking concrete. So I got to kind of start on it. So it's about 10 meters down, 10 meters back from this spot because it's like ledge, like just can't get over it. And it's getting pretty heavy. It's getting pretty heavy. We're almost there. I'm add a little bit more to this. I'm using these kettlebells later on in the workout, but it will suffice now. This will set on top nicely. Hopefully not go flying off because I have done that before. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, man. That might actually be too heavy. And that might actually be too heavy. All right, really had to hustle after that one. Got that 15 minutes done. I think it was spot on. I got all that weight on it. Really hustling out here. Yeah, so thought that was good. See you in another 15.
Shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
All right, that went well. A little bonus workout here. We're gonna do 2K row every 500 meters. We're gonna do 75 meter, not a crazy pace. Just kind of getting it done, getting it through.
You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
All right, yeah, that was not bad. That was as intended. So this workout ended up being a lot more what will be traditionally like CrossFit as opposed to Hyrox, with the caveat that the intensity was just not really pressed to the roof. Checking heart rate, I was maybe low zone 3 for the majority of it. So still very much an aerobic effort while being able to move some like pretty heavy weight and some good transitions. Also getting a little bit of that running in there. I haven't necessarily been running a lot. Not necessarily. I have not been running a lot. I sprained my ankle on some trails about 2 weeks ago, and the frequency in which I've been running has been pretty low. So starting to be pretty close to pain-free. So I want to get a little bit more of that frequency of running in there. That first workout I think was great. The lunges were a little bit slower than I wanted. Of course, like takes a little bit to warm up, and it felt a little heavier. I mean, it's 100 pounds total, 50 in each hand, which is not nothing. And you definitely could meant to turn that clock off, didn't. So 15 in each hand is something. Grip wasn't a limiter. It was more just the speed of the lunges. The sled was very heavy, very heavy. So I was more full on strength than actual like muscular endurance, which I'm fine with at this point, as about 8 weeks out from Chicago-ish. So I just want to make sure that I'm being familiar with that sled and building up my high-end strength on that sled. Second part, I found that heavy deadlift into some running is like the most compromising thing that I've been able to do in this off-season block. It's extremely challenging, and it will put you to like really it kind of puts you in a bit of a deficit, like coming off of it. Like everything, the effort is just so heavy, and then putting it back on, there's kind of like that rush that you can kind of get on the sled push. So it's kind of been my proxy for the sled pull, as I haven't been doing too much of that as of right now. So working just heavy load under duress, like 315 is like pretty heavy for me. Being able to do 3 unbroken each time was definitely a win. I'm happy about that. So, and yeah, again, and heart rate was just kind of maintaining. I was about 145 to 147 on the ski, comfortable, felt good. I've been putting in some good work there. And then the row at the end with the farmers was about, 150. I just wanted to kind of get through that and work in some place to get some grip work done for a farmer's carry. So that was a success, man. And this was a really good, solid effort. I've been doing this about once a week. Again, it's just essentially aerobic work while being able to add strength into the mix. So this was not specific to Hyrox almost at all, other than a couple of the movements, but the duration was different. The intensity was different. It's just very much, but it was just very much a good, solid effort, top to bottom. It took about 47 minutes of working time with the rest built in, warm up, set up, cool down, the whole deal. I mean, it's gonna be closer to 90 when it's all said and done in terms of a session, in terms of how much time I'm spending. But good, solid session. If you can be efficient with it, I think it is very advantageous, as long as you're keeping that effort in check and you are kind of just going through and making it challenging, making it heavy. And the assault bike, I did the echo bike too. I was holding around 70, 71, so it took about 4 minutes, what I figured, and it's a great way just to kind of build up some fatigue. So that kind of buy-in to any type of workout is like awesome, to really kind of get your heart rate up and get things moving. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed this. We'll catch you at the next workout.